I got to spend a bit of time with the upcoming Monster Hunter Wilds and Final Fantasy XIV Online crossover ahead of its release on September 29th, 2025. It's part of Title Update 3 and adds a new hunt, new gear, and some solid MMO-style mechanics that caught me off guard in the best way. I only had about 20 minutes with it, and while that's not enough for a deep dive, it was a good look at how Capcom is approaching this collaboration. The fight becomes available at Hunter rank 41 after completing the mission What Lies Ahead. Once unlocked, you head to the Ice Shard Cliffs to take on Omega Planetus, a mechanical threat brought over from Final Fantasy XIV. This isn't just a themed monster, it's a full encounter with raid-style patterns, telegraphed attacks, and enemy phases that push you to pay attention. Omega Planetus can summon an Ursula clone during combat and fills the arena with Omega Micros that home in on you and explode. Delta Attack is the big move to watch for and can wipe your team if you're not ready. My group didn't have much experience with the game, so coordinated teamwork wasn't happening. I ended up relying on AI companions, which actually made the more tactical parts of the fight easier to notice. It becomes clear when the game wants you to shield your allies or position carefully to avoid damage. You start to read the patterns and learn what to expect. Still, I should mention that no one was able to complete the hunt, which is still bumming me out. Omega Planetus is fast and aggressive, but there's a rhythm to the fight. It doesn't rely on random chaos. You can tell what's coming if you watch closely, and that's what gives the battle more of a raid feel. It's still a Monster Hunter fight at its core, but the structure is different enough to stand out. Taking down Omega Planetus gives you material for 2 crossover armor sets. The Dark Knight set includes the Bale Armor Alpha, which grants the Soul of the Dark Knight skill. This lets you activate the Blackest Night, a defensive move that drains your health to generate a barrier. The matching Shadowbringer Greatsword also features a special weapon skill, making the whole set feel purpose-built rather than just cosmetic. The Pictomancer set plays completely differently. You can use spells like Palm Motif from the item bar and can combine them into a powerful ability called Mog of Ages. These spells deal extra damage to monsters from Final Fantasy XIV, which adds a bit of tactical value in grinding out the Collab mission. The music during the fight stood out the most for me. It pulls from Final Fantasy XIV's style, but blends in well with Monster Hunter Wilds' usual soundtrack. It gives the battle a distinct mood without feeling out of place. It was one of those small touches that helped the fight feel more complete. What I walked away with was a fight that felt different without losing the identity of Monster Hunter. It wasn't a lot of time, sure, but I was able to test out how much room there is to experiment with raid-style mechanics in this series. The Omega encounter asks you to think about spacing, timing, and support in ways that aren't usually front and center in a hunt. That alone made it worth the time, and I'm curious to see how players tackle it once the update goes live. Monster Hunter Wilds and Final Fantasy XIV's online collaboration launches on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC via Steam on September 29th, 2025. Thanks for watching, and thanks to our supporters on Patreon for making our coverage possible. Go to patreon.com/noisypixel if you'd like to join them, and receive our monthly digital magazine in addition to our eternal thanks. Noisy Pixel is an independent operation working hard to bring you news, reviews, previews, and more. Leave a comment below to start a conversation, come talk nerdy with us in our community Discord, and subscribe to keep up with all of our future content. Now, check out some gameplay.
Discretion over valor, friend!
Voice Pixel.